Happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. All right, members. I want to talk about Hell is Us, a game that I think will be cursed, unfortunately, um, due to its schedule. This game released between Hollow Knight, Silksong, and Borderlands 2, not to mention other games, in the month of September that are coming out, like Silent Hill F. It's a double A game developed by, published by Nacon, I believe. Came out September 4th, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and PC. And I will not be surprised if some people. Now, look, I only made about 30 VODs for this game so far. I'm not even a quarter through the game of all the content of the game. But I will say this: it is a niche, and I believe people who probably have beaten the game will probably tell you it might be their game of the year. And the reason why I say that is because it does a lot of things differently, yet really good and yet correctly. Like, there's no waypoints in this game, but yet the whole game is about solving puzzles, paying attention to your environment. Literally, like, you talk to a lot of NPCs in Hell is Us. Okay, you talk to a lot of NPCs, a lot of dialogue trees within the NPCs, like a true RPG, right? But this is a basically an adventure game. You play the role of Remy, who, as far as I know at this point, he's just looking for his parents in this sealed off world that has these creatures called Hollow Walkers, and there's a lot of mysteries. It's what's that movie? I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's really weird. Like a bubble is in the part of the world, and everything in it is different. Like time and the world, everything's just different. Everything's weird, right? That's what Halo's premise kind of is. Except it's war torn. There's factions in it that are fighting each other, killing each other. It's a dark game, by the way. It's very dark. Thematically is dark. Lots of death. Things you don't want to see or hear. It's in the game, and I love the. And maybe I'm just morbid, but I love the tone in this game. It's very dark. Gameplay is God, I hate to say this shit because there's been games way before the Souls games ever came out that are like this, but it does kind of have a little bit of the Souls combat, the parrying, blocking different weapons and stuff. The immediate look of the game, right? It's nothing like Dark Souls though, but it has that immediate feel of it. Gameplay might be the weakest point in this game. The most fun I'm having that I have because this game's unfortunately in my backlog is the puzzle solving, talking to NPCs, trying to truly understanding the environment and where to go. Because like I said, there's no waypoints. Hell is us. Hell is us. You don't get no waypoints. You talk to the NPC. The NPC might say go. Maybe you might want to check out a windmill. So you go check out the windmill. And the NPC needs a med kit or something like that, and there might be a med kit at the windmill. So you got to look for a windmill, and you got to remember what the NPC said. Follow some chimes or something. It's like that. You got to really listen and pay attention. To get around the fact you do not have any waypoints. It's not simplified, but there are like ways to look into your inventory and look at clues that could lead you. You got to really read. Okay, you got to read in Hell is Us, and you got to look at the clues and stuff in your inventory system. The drone that you see on screen in the gameplay, could help distract hollow walkers or whatever, and it also scans and does a lot of little droney type things. If I wasn't clear, Remy is the name of the protagonist that you see with the poncho and stuff. The story is intriguing early on. It's very intriguing. I want to keep playing. There's just other games I got to play right now. But this is a game I'm definitely going to get back to. It's a great looking game. And I think Nacon has done a great job with it early on, at least for me, in my opinion. And it is different. I like the fact that it is a different type of adventure game at this point. Breath of the Wild. Think of how that world is, how you got to discover things. I think Hell's Us takes a lot from Breath of the Wild, just the open-ended, discovery, helping NPCs and stuff. But Hell's Us has a lot of dialogue, and the dialogue can be dark. It's dreary, and you got to really help people and stuff. You got to really listen to the NPCs and stuff. to me the game's solid. It's a solid game right now, and the weakest part might be its combat, but who knows? As I unlock more, weapons and stuff and upgrades and stuff, the but the basically the combat is basically you defeating hollow walkers, different types of hollow walkers with umbilical cords and stuff you gotta cut and stuff. When I think about it, it has a little weird Death Stranding combat to it too. When I think about it, but I would not be surprised personally because I know how gamers are. They're really fickle about their tests. Like if you feel their need of a type of game, their niche that they really love, they'll really love it. And if it's made well, sound mechanically and everything, which is hell as us is. So I can see this AA game being like a favorite. I mean, AA games are some of my favorite games personally. So they're really special games, because they're in between they're in between the AAA. They're kind of, they could take a little chance with the, ideas and stuff. Music wise, I love the dark synth and everything, and this is how the inventory system look, and how to solve puzzles and stuff. Puzzles are a lot like Resident Evil, by the way, very environmental heavy. So that's about it as far as Hell Is Us concerned. And I did make 30 gameplay videos, and I do plan on getting back and hopefully beating this game. I'm very busy, but I really want to beat this game because it's a really, really good game. It's a really good game. All right, members, that's about it. You guys have a great weekend since today is Friday, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.